Hey guys, Zimba here from the Golan located at Inchfire.com/game/40. And today I'm going to be talking to you about The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords on the Nintendo 3DS, or the DSi actually, because you can download it on both of them. But here we go, here's the title screen. And the original version of this game was actually launched for the Game Boy Advance. It was A Link to the Past, and they threw this game on there as a multiplayer option. And what was cool about that is that you could combine the versions together in a way where you could, if you played through 4 Swords with a friend, you could earn medals, and then they would open up things in Link to the Past, eventually getting like Whirlwind Attack, where you collected trophies, or whatever the case may be. And getting medals was awarded to you by whatever player got the most amount of rupees in a level. Now this is an exact replica of the game, except for some added bonus features. One, you can play it single player. And here's the bottom screen. Oh man, my light is totally in the way. Here's you can play it single player here. If you play it multiplayer, you only can do it locally, which kind of sucks because I have a few friends that live out of town. I would love to be able to play with them. You can select the color of your other Link when you play single player, so you know, blue, purple, red. We'll go with blue just because. So move it back. So this is the overworld here. You still have the Chamber of Insights, kind of a training. The Sea of Trees is the first level. Then next to that, it was the Talus Cave, and then Death Mountain, and then of course there was Vadi's Palace. The things that they added to the game, though, they added the Realm of Memories. As you can see here, the music is pretty sweet. And then they added the Hero's Trial. The Realm of Memories opens up. I believe it was after you beat the game. After you beat the game for the first time, after you beat Vadi's Palace. If you collect 30,000 rupees, you open the Hero's Trials. So you know, each particular part of the game is, I mean, like this part, it's only 2 levels. This is just 2 levels. This is just 2 levels, and this is just 2 levels. However, you can go through. These are the main 4. If you go through those 4, you get the silver keys. Then if you go through them again, you get the gold keys. And if you go through them again, you get the hero's keys. If you get the hero's keys and you go through Vadi's Palace in the hero key mode, it's actually 12 levels. So it makes it a lot harder, and you get a heart container at the end of every level, which is kind of cool. But basically, let's get to some of the gameplay here a little bit. We'll go to this. So here I am. I can't really play too much of it. The other Link just stands completely still unless you call to him by pressing, I believe it's X. Yep. So then he starts following you, just like they do in 4 Swords. The only disadvantage is that you can't actually make a formation with the other Link. You only can switch between them by either hitting L or R. You can't actually make a formation, so you're the only one that's actually dealing damage at a time. B is attack. A is grab, which is really kind of weird because any handheld Zelda game, usually R is grab, and A is item, which is odd because Y is actually the item. You know, right now I have the shield. So, that's a bad example. Hold on. So the game's a bit clunky, especially when you gotta play as 2 Links. So what I can do here. And generally the concept of the game is, you know, go through the level, collect as many rupees as you can, and then go through the puzzle of the level, and then once you beat the level, you go into part 2, and then you fight against the boss. It's a very simple concept, very easy game overall. Boring, completely boring by yourself. In fact, it's incredibly terrible. It's cool that they threw in a single-player version of the game, which is kind of nice. So you can play by yourself, just in case if you don't have friends. You know, no offense, people. But the little lasers coming out of my sword, that's an openable thing. You open that up later on through the game. But anyway, see, like for an example, perfectly right here. The AI in the game is surprisingly actually very well done, so you can switch between them. Let's see. No, wrong button. You know, once you get next to a block, the other one auto lines up, so you can push it together. It's the same thing with enemies. If there's specific enemies that require teamwork, the AI is really, really good. So that's pretty much 4 Swords, really, in a nutshell. The boss fights are fantastic. I absolutely love the boss fights. Oh man, this is gonna be very difficult by myself. I absolutely love the boss fights in the game. They are very well done. They're all teamwork based. You know, they really did a good job in the boss fights and the concept that you need to be working together with people. The thing that, let's see. So yeah, so the boss fights are good. The thing is though, however, let's see if I can get back to the title screen here. The game has the added features of the Realm of Memories, and they have the Hero's Trials. The Hero's Trials are maddeningly difficult. You should not go through these by yourself. Even though you can, you shouldn't. They are very difficult. you will probably die a lot. They add a crap load of more enemies, and granted, even though you're only controlling one Link, you both share a life, so even if you switch between them, you're still sharing the same life meter. In addition to that, since you don't have another player controlling another Link, the levels are very hard because you're not dishing enough damage, and things take forever to kill. But personal favorite thing of the Realm of Memories here that I like a lot is that they give you 3 levels. One is A Link to the Past base, one is Link's Awakening base, and the other one is The Legend of Zelda. So we'll go to the Link to the Past one here because it looks totally awesome. I mean, same music and everything. You know, really well done. These are also very difficult to go through, and I'm kind of playing with, you know, both my hands, holding up my camera here, showing as best I can. Like, these are very difficult to beat by yourself. Let's see if I can do it. You know, sometimes they give you these enemies when you don't have a shield, and you have to force them into holes, and it's very, very hard to do by yourself. It's also very hard to do in general, too, actually. I'm sorry for the bad camera angles. This is a lot harder than it looks. So, you know, so that's the Link to the Past area. So that's. I mean, it's a really cool concept. Oh, I forgot to show you the bottom screen. The bottom screen here is kind of a cheesy map, actually. It just shows you and the locations of your other people by dots. The flag is the end of the level. The 4 what look to be rupee spots are for the 4 rupee shards. If you get 4 of them, it's 500 rupees. Your time limit spent in the level. What level it is, Realm of Memories 1. And then these are seeds that you get, which is kind of a cool concept in this game, that you only get seeds in this game where you get 2 attack seeds, 2 defense seeds, and 2 speed seeds. The attack seeds, I'm pretty sure they increase your attack by like maybe a half a heart or a quarter of a heart. The defense seeds is, you know, same concept but backwards, where you take a quarter of a heart or a half a heart less. And the speed seeds just make you move significantly faster. So, you know, when you're going through a lot of levels, it's really nice to be able to get your hands on all those. Especially because you're competing against your other friends as well. So that's pretty much it. I wish I could show you more. Maybe sometimes I will when I have maybe a friend to hold the camera while I play or whatever. But this is, you know, Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. Now that we actually have a single player version of the game, I kind of believe that maybe this is meant to be an actual canon game now, especially because they have a pretty it's an okay story in this particular installment of the series. But yeah, so that's pretty much about it. It's Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Anniversary Edition. It is free to download up until February, so if you have a Nintendo DSi or a 3DS, make sure you get your hands on it because it is completely free to play and to get, and it is forever your game. So so go ahead and go get it. If I were to give you an estimated number of what I would have to guess it for a rating, 6.5, 7. It's terrible by itself. If you're playing by yourself, it's really, really boring. There's a lot of fighting. You know, there's just not enough fun and competition in it as if it was for if you were playing with 2, 3, or 4 people. A low score because, you know, they are just levels. It's just like 4 Swords Adventures. That's all it is. You just go through levels. But the boss fights are a blast, especially with multiple people. The multiplayer is really, really good. Like I said, the storyline is decent. You know, and it's definitely worth a shot, especially for free. So, like I said, go ahead and download it, and that's it for now. We'll talk to you later. Alright, bye.